this is a course about you. This entire course is about what's the scientific way to understanding how people feel, think, and act in the world. And so we're going to try to say that we constantly think, you must in your everyday life, think about, why do you have your preferences, your desires, what's easy for you, what's hard for you, what's delightful for you. Why do other people behave the way they do? How do they think? How do they feel? And so there's a lot of realms of this that are tough to get to by science, but what we're going to focus on this semester is, where the scientific approach has shed light, in the way that we're used to thinking about experiments and evidence, about how humans tick. And as we go through this semester, we'll talk about how we perceive the world, how we see, especially a little bit how we hear, how we think, how we feel, personality, how we differ from one to the other, and what we sort of like and how we behave in the world, development from childhood and infancy through adolescence, through young adulthood, where you are mostly, through getting older, where I am, social interaction, how we behave in groups and think about other people, and variation in mental health or psychopathology, and increasingly we understand that there's a huge number of people who at some moment in their life or another struggle with some aspect of mental health. And then we'll focus a lot on not only the psychological aspects of that, what we study in terms of behavior, but also the brain basis of that, and think a little bit about to what extent the mind is what the brain does, to what extent the mind is what the brain does. And so for every dimension of being a human being that we'll talk about, we'll also talk about what we understand currently from the neurological and neuroscientific literature about how the human brain supports and contributes to different aspects of being a person. And so we'll explore all these things through this semester, all the different facets that we could possibly get through one semester of what it is to be a human and where science has showed us something about human nature, the mind, and the brain.